Hi, everybody. Sorry, it's been a little bit since I have read a chapter in Junie B. Jones. It's been pretty busy around here. So we are back with Junie B. Jones. It's our new book, Boo, and I Mean It. And this is a pretty funny book. Last time we talked about the table of contents, and this one has 9 chapters. Chapter 1 is pretty long. It's 15 pages, so I'm definitely noticing that the chapters are getting longer in these first grade books. Chapter 1 is called Secrets, and let's see what happens. There's a sneak peek of Junie B. Jones sitting at her desk, and you can see over here she's writing in her journal. Dear first grade journal, my daddy went away on a business trip this week. He is doing job interviews. Job interviews is when you put on a suit and you wear a tie and you beg people for a job. I wish Daddy did not have to do job interviews right now because Halloween is coming tomorrow and I am afraid of that scary holiday. From Scaredy Junie B, first grader. P.S. I'm not telling anyone that I'm scared of Halloween or else they will tease me probably. Children are like that. I put down my pencil and I thought about Halloween some more and then I did a shiver. On account of last year, a boy named Polly Allen Puffer told me 5 scary secrets about that day, and he said I am not allowed to tell anyone, and a witch might turn my head into a wart. I made a sick face, and I tried not to think about that situation. Only how can you not think about a situation when you're trying not to think about a situation? I tapped my fingers, very frustrated. Then all of a sudden, I saw my journal on my desk, and a good idea came into my head because sometimes if you write problems in a journal, it makes you feel better about things. I heard that on the Home Shopping Network. They were selling journals, I believe. I quick opened the pages, and I started to write 5 scary secrets that Polly Allen Puffer told me by Junie B. Jones. Number 1. Real monsters and witches go trick-or-treating on Halloween, only they don't even have to wear a costume on account of everyone thinks they're already dressed up. But they're not. They're wearing the real actual face and clothes. Number 2, do not carve pointy, sharp teeth in your pumpkin or else it will roll into your room and eat your feet when you are sleeping. Number 3, bats like to land on your head and live in your hair. 4, black witch cats can claw you into shreddle. I don't even think shreddle is a real word. Number 5, candy corn isn't even real corn. I put down my pencil again and I read over my secret. The candy corn one is still so shocking, I tell you. Writing my problems did not make me feel any better. I put my head down on my desk and I covered up with my arms. Just then, I heard my teacher's voice. His name is Mr. Scary. That is a good Halloween name, I think, only he uses it for the whole entire year. He said to please take out our arithmetic books. That's math. I stayed covered up. Because how could I do arithmetic when there's a scary secret in my brain? All around me, room 1 got out their books. I took my sweatshirt from the back of my chair and I tucked it up next to my ears. Sweatshirts help block out classroom noise. Pretty soon, I heard my teacher again. Junie B, are you all right back there? He asked. Only before I could even answer, a tattletale girl named May blabbered her head off. No, Mr. Scary, Junie B is not all right. Junie B is not paying attention, as usual. She thought for a second. And Junie Jones has been doing other bad stuff lately, too. Like yesterday, she ate half a sandwich from her lunchbox during silent reading. Only I could even tail on her because you said if I keep on tattling, I'll get a note sent home. And so thank goodness that you were finally on the ball today. After that, room 1 got very silent and Mr. Scary didn't say any words. I felt shaky inside. He was thinking of a punishment for me, probably. Finally, I raised my head and I peeked one eye out at him. He was sitting at his desk writing a note. I did a groan. It was to my mother, I think. I started to hide again, only just then Mr. Scary stood up very calm and he came to the back of the room and he gave the note to May. I could not believe my eyeballs. Please take this home to your parents, he told her. Then May's whole mouth came open at that shocking news. Check this out. For once, Junie B's not the one in trouble. No, Mr. Scary, no, please don't make me take home a note. Please, I wasn't telling, I promise I wasn't. I was just saying that I'm glad that you're on the ball today, and that was all I was saying, and I was glad for you. Mr. Scary smiled. Thank you, May. You're very kind, he said. Then he bent down next to her and he stuck the note in her backpack. I reached over and I tapped on him. That note was long overdue, I said. Please sit up, Junie B, he said. His voice did not sound happy. Now, he said. I quick sat up. Okie dokie, I'm sitting. See me sitting, Mr. Scary Puss. Also, I'm going to get out my arithmetic book now, I think. I found it in my backpack. Yes, sirree, here it is. I got my book and I'm all ready to do my arithmetic now, I said. Mr. Scary kept on standing there. I looked at him. All righty, you can be heading back to your desk now, I said. He did not move. I waved my fingers. Keep in touch, I said. Mr. Scary bent down next to me and he talked real serious in my ear. You need to pay attention in class, Junie B. I shouldn't have to tell you that. I leaned over and I whispered to him real private. Yeah, I've got something in my head that's bothering me today. On account of Scary Halloween is coming tomorrow and I don't actually like it that much. Just then, May's ears perked right up. That girl has X-ray hearing, I tell you. Hey, everybody, Junie Jones is scared of Halloween. I just heard her say it. Junie Jones is a scaredy cat baby about Halloween. All of a sudden, room one turned around and they looked at me. Really? Said my best friend named Herbert. You're scared of Halloween, Junie B? I didn't know that. I didn't know that either, said Shirley. How come you're scared of Halloween? Just then, a boy named Sheldon jumped up and he talked so loud. Well, I'm not scared of Halloween, that's for sure, he said. He stood there for a second. Then he did a little frown. Except for last year, Daniel Delmont dressed up like Mr. Potato Head and he jumped out at me from a bush, and so I had to drop my bag of candy and run. Room one laughed and laughed. Sheldon frowned even bigger. It wasn't funny. I had to start my candy over from scratch. Who cares, Sheldon, said May. The thing is that Junie Jones is scared of Halloween this year, and that makes her a scaredy cat baby. She leaned across the aisle at me. B-A-B-Y spells baby, she said. I crossed my arms at her. Oh, yeah? Well, T-A-T-L-T-A-I-L spells tattletale, I said back. Mr. Scary looked down at me. He shook his head no. Then I tried again. T-A-T-A-L-T-A-L-E spells tattletale. Mr. Scary did a wince. I tapped on my fingers some more. T-A-T-A-L-T-A-I-L spells tattletale. Mr. Scary closed his eyes. She keeps spelling it wrong. I put my head down on my desk, and he covered me up with my sweatshirt. I appreciated that. I love that chapter, Junie B. Jones and getting into trouble. And oh, poor Mr. Scary. That teacher, I think he needs a vacation. So let's see, our next chapter for next time is chapter 2, Candy Corn. Oh my goodness, and look at all those bold words there. It looks like, again, she's trying to spell tattletale. She needs to work on her spelling a little bit, I think. All right, everybody, I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you later.